Survivor Series featured 5 matches this night, with Triple H bringing the WarGames concept that he had brought to NXT to the main roster. This happened instead of the traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series tag team matches. With multiple immense matches set for the show, there was a lot happening at the event. This is Wrestling. Here's everything that happened at Survivor Series. Before we get into the rest of the video, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Hub and turn on all notifications to stay up to date with everything in the world of pro wrestling. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Hub Official and follow us on Twitter at Wrestling_Hub. The night started with one of the 2 WarGames matches, as Bianca Belair started the match for her team against Dakota Kai. With Bayley's team having the advantage, Belair would find herself at a disadvantage in a matter of moments. That's exactly what happened when Io Sky came in next to add to her team's advantage, beating down Belair. Thus, with some more time, when Asuka finally came in, Belair was already quite tired. She came face to face with Sky the moment she came into the ring. Asuka hit the running knee to Io and took out Kai as well. This gave Bianca some time to catch her breath. Asuka and Belair then isolated Kai and went after her with a huge drop from the top and then a missile dropkick. Next in was Nikki Cross, and with her, she brought in chairs, can lids, and kendo sticks. She immediately used the weapons to take out Belair and Asuka, and seemed to go a bit crazy, shaking the cage and staring out of it. She used a kendo stick to yank on Bianca's neck with it. Alexa Bliss, Nikki's old friend and partner, came in next, and she went after everyone, with Bliss attacking Cross. They took control of the match, with Damage Control's team suddenly laid out. Each woman went after a different member, looking to isolate them and take them out. Cross had climbed to the top of the cage when no one was looking, and then, after smiling about it for a while, jumped onto everyone below, even wiping out her own team. Bayley was in next, entering a ring where everyone was already down. She brought a couple of ladders in with her, with Dakota Kai helping her bring them in. With ladders and tables in the ring, the picture of the match changed immediately. Bayley was setting up the tables and the ladders at different sections, even pinning Belair against the sides of the cage with a table. Mia Yim came in next and everyone was down. The 8 women were stuck in there looking to get any advantage they could, but scrambling as RHEA Ripley entered. RHEA was one of the most experienced women in WarGames, and she showed her advantage almost immediately, taking control of her team to attack everyone. In an almost methodical approach, she separated each star, isolating them and destroying them. The next one in was Becky Lynch. With all the women now in the structure, the match officially got underway. She put Io Sky inside a trash can and dropped a leg drop on the can from the top rope, taking her out. She then challenged Bayley, coming face to face with her WWE 4-horsewoman partner. She attacked Bayley and trapped her in the ropes, stomping down on her. RHEA Ripley turned Becky around and the two started to go at it. Bayley helped her, and Becky ended up eating the slam and the near pin. RHEA turned around to face Asuka and got a full face of the poison mist. Becky hit her with the DDT, but then ate the Rhodes plant from Bayley in the metal, joining the 2 rings together. Just like that, the control was back to the Damage Control. Asuka saved her. A pyramid formed in the corner of the ring with everyone trying superplexes. Bianca tried to powerbomb several women, but got taken out by Cross with the help of a kendo stick. The other women fell down one by one, with Bianca taking out Bayley with a powerbomb, but got the former hugger landed on her neck. Io Sky took out everyone with a moonsault from the top of the structure. Cross came out with handcuffs. She tried to handcuff Alexa to the cage, but Bliss handcuffed Nikki to herself instead. Nikki was on top of her, so she brought her down in an electric chair on top of the trash can. RHEA and Mia went at it next, with Mia locking in a sleeper on RHEA. RHEA punished her by putting her through the ladder instead. Bianca and Becky faced off against Damage Control, with all the women looking to end it. Bianca tried the KOD on Dakota, but landed on her feet, so Becky hit her with the manhandle slam. Io reversed the manhandle slam, but ate a KOD instead. Becky went to the top of the cage while Bianca laid out Dakota and Io on the cage. She stopped Bayley and hit her with the KOD into the cage. Becky hit the huge dive off the cage on top of everyone. That was it. Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, Asuka, Mia Yim, and Alexa Bliss defeated Damage Control, Nikki Cross, and RHEA Ripley. AJ Styles and Balor were in next, former friends now rivals. The 2 of them faced each other, with AJ having the initial advantage. Soon enough, that changed with Balor getting the advantage. Outside the ring, the OC and Judgment Day were already doing battle as well, which was a distraction for those inside, but also meant that there was less interruptions from them. Styles helping Gallows and Anderson helped Balor get the advantage and line up the dropkick, but AJ stopped him and sent him into the corner with a suplex and a near fall. The attack from AJ was on Finn Balor's leg. He went for the calf crusher again and again, focusing the assault on the leg. He went for the coup de de gras on AJ instead, and missed completely. AJ used the momentum to lock in the calf crusher again, with the damage obviously being done to the already beat up leg. Finn was able to get out by grabbing AJ's head, but neither was able to just dominate. Finn went for a shot, but AJ answered well, and then went to the outside. He hit the phenomenal forearm out of nowhere, and that was it. AJ Styles defeated Finn Balor. Shayna Baszler was at ringside to help Ronda Rousey. SHOTZI brought more offense than anyone could have expected her to, but she was also outnumbered. She took Rousey out of the ring and went for a dive, but Shayna pushed her friend out of the way. She was the one looking to get the win by any means necessary, but it was not working. SHOTZI used Ronda, who was hung up in the ropes, to hit a slam, but that was not enough. They both fell to the outside and ended up landing among the fans, practically sitting on them. Crowd wasn't invested in the match, and at one point they started chanting for Sasha Banks. In the end though, the win was simple for Rousey. She hit a judo flip from the top rope, and in the end had her in the submission armbar. That was all it took, with SHOTZI tapping out. Ronda Rousey defeated SHOTZI to retain her title. Bobby Lashley and Rollins got involved first, but Theory took the punishment to Lashley as well, taking advantage of when he was not ready. The triple threat meant they had to keep their eyes on each other, with Lashley hitting the double DDT on them both. He then picked up Theory and ran him into Rollins like a battering ram. He went for a gut wrench dominator on Rollins, getting a near win, but Theory interrupted the pin by pulling the referee out. The match spilled to the outside. Theory sent Rollins into the steps on the outside. Theory then hit the dropkick on Rollins, taking him out. Lashley was put down on the outside. Theory bouncing him off the announce table and then sending him into the barricade. Theory and Rollins did the main battle, with Lashley remaining on the outside. Lashley and Rollins did battle, with Rollins getting the seeming advantage, but it didn't last. Instead, Lashley put in the hurt lock on the Star. Theory came running in and put the sleeper hold on Lashley. Lashley was forced to let go of the hurt lock and then dumped Theory to the outside. He then spiked Rollins in the middle of the ring. Rollins fought back and went for the Phoenix Splash, but missed. Theory took out Rollins out of the ring and then hit Lashley with a dive. He went for A-Town down, but Lashley reversed it into the hurt lock. Theory turned that into the pin, but Seth broke it with the splash for a near fall. Rollins and Theory did battle, exchanging hard shots. In the end, their brawl was interrupted with Lashley trying a double hurt lock. Rollins and Theory broke out of it and then both avoided the spear, with Rollins hitting the super kick on Theory. He then hit the stomp on Lashley. Theory stopped the pin and the two did battle at the top. Rollins hit the superplex and went for the Falcon Arrow, but got hit with the spear from Lashley. Theory landed on top of Rollins, and that's what was needed for the win. Austin Theory defeats Bobby Lashley and Seth Rollins to become the new US champ. Butch and Jey Uso started the match for their respective teams. Butch used the cage as a weapon to torture Jey. The focus from Butch was completely on the injured hand of Jey. Soon enough, Butch got even more of an advantage for his team as he was joined by Ridge Holland, thanks to the advantage going their way. Ridge supported Butch, running into Jey. Jey tried to get back his advantage, hitting an uppercut and a kick to the middle. Ridge looked like he was in trouble for a bit, but then got back into the match, taking him out. Jey was left alone in the structure, with Sami coming in next. When Sami was sent by Reigns, it was clearly a test to check his loyalty to the Bloodline. He came into the ring and started to work together with Jey. He attacked Holland and dropped him in between the ring. Sami and Jey actually worked together well for a change. He even saved Jey, dragging him out of the way. Drew McIntyre came into the ring next, and then they had the numbers advantage again. Unfortunately, when Jimmy came in next, there was miscommunication between Sami and Jey again, with Roman looking disgusted sitting on the sidelines. It was clear that Jey still didn't trust Sami despite the latter saving him several times. The Brutes were down completely, with Sami standing on Drew's chest in the corner. The one in next was Kevin Owens. It was his second WarGames match. He brought in the chairs and started to hit the Usos with multiple chair shots. He looked like he would turn the match around for the Brutes single-handedly, but he was put to a stop. Solo Sikoa came in, and he then was almost powerbombed on top of the metal strip between the two rings. Instead, he hit a backdrop on Owens, sending him onto that same strip. He then assaulted McIntyre down into the corner, but got met with a flying headbutt from the corner. Sheamus was in next and last for the Brutes, and immediately things changed for his team. He laid waste to the entire Bloodline, starting from Sami to both the Usos and Sikoa as well. Roman was the last one to enter the ring, and the atmosphere changed immediately when he came into the ring. The two teams faced off as all 10 competitors got back on their feet. They all paired off as the match well and truly kicked off into a high gear. Roman took down each of them with uppercuts and then hit the Superman punch to Sheamus. He went for the spear but was stopped by the knee from Sheamus. He then set Roman up for the 10 beats of the bottom. The Brutes got back into the match and set up each member of the Bloodline in between the ropes for the 50 beats of the bottom. Tables were shattered and chairs were set up. The Brutes isolated Roman with McIntyre, Sheamus, and KO all beating him him down. Sheamus hit the bro kick to Solo Sikoa, but Sami got up and went after Butch. He looked to get Butch to acknowledge Roman and punished him. Butch ducked, but Jay hit Sami with a super kick. Jimmy tried to check on him, but Jay pushed him away. The Usos worked together to hit the 1D on Butch to almost get a win. McIntyre got back into the match and looked to get some revenge on him with a powerbomb. Solo saved Roman with a super kick. Roman went for the Superman punch on Owens and hit it, but got stopped with the super kick when he tried the spear. Owens hit the stunner on Reigns and almost got the win for his team. However, Sami grabbed the arm of the referee, stopping him from counting to 3. Owens stared down Sami and asked Sami if that was his family. Jimmy Uso went for the super kick, but Owens stopped it. Sami took Owens out with the low blow. He then turned around to see Owens in the corner, but was looking like he was having second thoughts. Roman nodded and acknowledged him. He hit Owens with the haluva kick and then dragged him into the middle of the ring, offering him to Jay. Uso hit the splash and that was it. The Bloodline defeated the Brawling Brutes, Drew McIntyre and Kevin Owens. After the match, Sami hugged the Usos and Roman, and it was clear that he was a part of the Bloodline through and through. And this was your Survivor Series report. I hope you're all having a good night. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later.